And good morning from Lancashire. I'm Dave Keefe. This is a Vernus Biker Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now, it promises to be another stunning day today, at least weather-wise. Heading back to my favourite haunt, the Bursco Giant Car Boot Sale today. Really quite feeling it a little bit. Up early yesterday to go over to Norcross to the car boot there, and up late last night I did some videos for you lovely people. So the cheerful mood's a little bit forced, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I think in spite of being a bit knackered, there's one thing I love about being a reseller. It just gives you that kind of giddy feeling to get out in the field and see what you can find. It is very much a treasure hunting kind of mentality, which appeals to my inner child. So a quick stop off at the cash point and to the Costa coffee machine, and we should be there shortly. Let's get on the road. Just pulling onto the field. Does this mask make it look like I'm happy to be here? Looks like it's filling up quite nicely out there and set to be a beautiful day. Morning. Hiya. Buying today?
Just buying, just £2, please. Okay. There you are.
Superb, have a good day.
You too, you want to be in the left.
Morning. How much are your roller skates?
Barbara, did you say a fiver for them? Yeah.
I wanted 6 really.
Oh, there you go.
Would you take 5?
I'll take 5.
Oh, you're a good one. That's great, thank you. Have a good day, ladies.
Spain, mate, did you support Spain?
I do when I'm there.
I should be there now, wouldn't
You would, I.
£10? No.
Have you got the bottoms to that Adidas track top, or is it just the jacket?
No, mate, just the jacket.
No worries, yeah.
Do that again, mate. Maybe an offer, mate. £2.
How much are your Vans?
Just £1, please.
Be rude to leave them for that, wouldn't I?
It would.
Thank you, love. Cheers. Pro tip courtesy of channel subscriber Chris Parkinson: PS3 consoles with 4 USB ports are very high value as they are backwards compatible. How much is your PS3, mate?
Because it's got no pads or cables with it, it's just a console itself.
Yeah. How much you got? Are the pants with it or separate?
Sorry?
Do the pants?
Not with them. Well, you can do because the same colour. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Have you got the pants and they fit? Have you got the jacket? I'll do you.
No, I thought it was set.
No.
Right. Small, too small.
Summer,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm quite interested in bike gear.
That's costing you, that jacket, that's not.
Yeah. It looks like a BMW one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And how much are your panniers?
Panniers, you felt the weight of them. These are solid, proper leather ones.
Yeah,
Not these cheap rubbishy things you see nowadays.
Yeah.
Feel the weight of them. They're bloody solid, them.
Right, there you go. They're mint, they, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're, they won't wear out in a hurry, and it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
They're absolutely cost you about 150
Yeah.
like that.
Go on, break it to me.
Make me a decent offer and I might be interested.
I have no idea where I'd need to be
I'm
honest.
looking around about 50 for them because I know how much they're worth.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
talk about 150.
Of course, yeah. I don't think I'd be anywhere near at this point.
Right, what do you think about?
Yeah. I mean, I
45 to 50 for that.
Yeah,
I'm selling the cheap ones that are like feathers.
of course,
For like
yeah.
40 quid, 30 quid.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
so
I'd be at 30 quid to be honest.
Would ya?
Yeah.
No, I think they're worth a little bit more.
Course,
I'll bring the
yeah.
other ones next week and
Yeah. I'll set myself a budget today. That's the only thing. Yeah.
don't blame you. Don't blame you.
Oh, that's a shame. Those panniers would only have been really worth 50 quid if they were Harley Davidson, which is a shame because they were stunning, but there you go.
Thank you.
How much is on that?
£2.
There you go, lovely, cheers.
Thank you. I think that's not, those are not as big, are they? Oh.
How much have you got, you Betty Boos?
Pardon?
How much are on the Betty Boos?
What different? This is 35. I had a valuation. The whole collection is worth £800.
Yeah.
It's very rare. They become collector's items.
Yeah.
You know?
Bist du Deutsch?
Huh?
Bist du Deutsch? Are you German?
No.
Oh, right, sorry, I thought it was a German accent. What you got in your triamidase? £3. Oh. How much is your helmet?
That's 30, that one, mate.
57, is that a medium? Bit small for my Swede. Is it a 20? Smashing.
Just whispered that in my ear.
It's beautiful, yeah. I didn't hear her. That's great, that. Thank you very much. Oh my word, is that a...
Price that up, mate. You'd be made up when you were...
Yeah, no, Sherry lid's a...
Charlie Bear.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of these for a while. Do you know which one this is?
Flipping Parliament. Yeah, it's called Arthur.
Arthur. How much is Arthur?
Friday. He's got not his labels on you, his tag round his neck, so I'll let him go for a bar.
Yeah.
I've got a load of them at home, Charlie Bears.
This. I mean, I'll be honest. I might have resell, but it's. I know some of them are worth a fortune, aren't they?
Especially when they're discontinued ones.
Yeah.
I had the giant bird, the big massive one.
Oh, the quality on them's brilliant, isn't it?
I've got about 7 or 8 of the things at home.
Yeah.
My daughters, actually.
Arthur's got to be worth a fiver. Oh, it's lovely. I might my granddaughter might end up with that, you know. Or me. Unless you can... What was on that, sorry? Just out of interest.
I've got 10 on that one. Sorry.
I'm going to need a bigger bloody trolley at this rate.
Lid.
Oh, smashing. Thank you. That's handy. Oh, you're a good one. Cheers.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I think it's more adult though.
That's it, yeah. Go on, how much?
It's 20 in mate.
Yeah.
40 quid.
Of course, yeah. Well, it's Disney store, isn't it? It's a bit rich for me. I bet it took you ages to get it stand off as well. Thanks very much. Have a good day. How much is your bugs in the kitchen?
£2.
I'll do £2, thank you. It's usually the counters that go missing. Thank you. Have a good day.
£5, mate, that comes with all the cables and wires.
Oh, spot on. Yeah, I'll do a fiver, mate.
Yeah, cool.
Nice one, cheers, boss.
Cheers, mate.
Is there a remote? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bolton.
in there, yeah.
Fantastic. Spot on, have a good day, pal.
You too, mate. See you later.
It's extra large, it is.
Yeah.
How much did the three do? The 50p each, love.
Oh, right.
It's just, I've kept
Yeah,
them together,
right.
yeah. So you don't get...
Man, some absolute bargains today. What a result from Berska. Gone round the whole field. I don't think there's any need to do it twice today, but because I have a plan. I did get to thinking earlier that if I finished here early enough that I'd get over to Bolton. I do like the Bolton car boot. It's on hard standing at the Macron Stadium, which is Bolton Wanderers ground. And it's only 8:10 now, so I should be able to get there in probably about half an hour, so still reasonably early to get some good results from Bolton as well. However, I have spent up here, so I'm going to need to make a pit stop at the cash point to recharge the funds. Now that can't be a bad sign, surely. Let's crack on and see what Bolton has to offer. How much is it, pal? Yes.
I'd take 20 for Is that them? More than
Yeah.
130 with a case. Then you've got there's one in it. It's 3 there.
Yep. Is there any charge in it?
No, but it's working. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
That's your. Try it.
Yeah, it is.
There's your charge in there.
Bolton, yeah. Is it 15?
No, there's 5 games of it.
Of course, yeah. Well, I've got to try. I'm going to give you 20 quid.
No, I could have sold it separately.
Yeah, of course.
I thought that's giving it away.
It's been well looked after, as that.
And then you've got all the bloody games of it as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's worth it.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Is this you on here, pal, is it? Go look at your ghost hunt.
At the what?
The ghost hunt, how much you have?
£8 now.
How much you got on that, pal? Take it your battery cover got lost, did it? Battery cover got lost, did it?
I think so, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's size 9.
Yeah, it did look small though, didn't he? So, how much are they?
Tenner. Be only about twice on them.
Yeah. You got any wiggle room on that?
Pardon?
You got any wiggle room on the price?
Make me an offer.
5.
Oh, 8.
7.
Go on.
Nice one, I'll give you a fist bump. Nice one. Always a deal to be had, isn't there?
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much. I'll spot something else now anyway. Cheers. Have a good day.
You too, bye.
How much is that?
£5.
Got to be worth 2 quid, isn't it? Good. Cheers, pal. Have a good day. How much have you got on those? You 3?
Yeah.
Nice one, thank you. Have you got a case from by any chance? Or is it just as they are?
Just them.
Yeah, no,
We
that's
couldn't
fine.
find the case. We did have a case with it.
Yeah, no dramas. Cheers, boss, thank you. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, sweet.
Working that, believe it or not, mate.
I love it. I used to have one when I was little.
There's on eBay at the moment. There's one on at 60, there's one on at 20.
Yeah. Got any wiggle room on the price?
Sorry?
Got any wiggle room on the price?
£8 last price.
Yeah, go on, I'll have it.
Work, genuinely works, yeah.
I cannot argue with 8 quid. That one you mentioned at 60 quid on eBay, that was for parts as well.
Is that a body cam, that, yeah?
Yeah, I do YouTube. Yeah,
He's out of his van.
unbelievable. So what? Oh right, for weight.
Yeah.
What have we got on this one? Yeah. I mean, if it's
Take a 5 for the 2.
yeah, do that.
You can have it. Not it.
I'm watching it.
Yeah. What's your
The
name?
motorbike
Yeah.
team, yeah?
Yeah.
But
Nice to meet you, man.
You like a bit different than now.
I know, yeah.
With the beard.
That's it. It's growing.
Yeah. My name is Orçun.
Orçun, nice to
Yeah.
meet you. I'll give you a
Nice
fist
to
bump,
meet-
Orçun.
nice to meet you.
I'll give you. I'm recording in a minute, so I'll stick you in the next video.
I think it's very nice.
Brilliant, man. How much have you got in your bowls?
The one in the bag of 15,
Yeah.
and then one the 25 for the 4 over there.
How much is that? £2. Thank you very much.
Got the 2 for Jen, which wants free carry back as well.
Yeah. You're going to carry it home for her as well? How much you got on Blu-ray player?
They're a £5 each.
Do you know which remote is for which? I bet your leathers.
Oh, they're £30 for the set.
£30.
Yeah.
Do you know what size it is? No, it's a 40. That'd be like a.
Sure, it's my nephew's. Just whatever I'm there, it goes straight to him.
I think it looks like a medium. Have a good day, Paul. In the words of one of Bolton's most famous sons, that'll ding dang do for me. What a day. Very, very, very giddy. Now, I'm going to say something that probably only the bikers that are watching will get this, but the buzz I get from a day like this reselling is on a par with riding my motorbike. I'll go so far as to say it's been a fantastic fortnight since lockdown restrictions are lifted for car boots and charity shops, but today has been an exceptionally good day, whichever way you cut it. It's absolutely stunning weather, and I got some really, really good pickups. But it's currently 20 past 10. I've been up and about since about 5 this morning, and I'm nearly 50, so I'm going to treat myself to a nana nap and pick this video up this afternoon, and we'll go through what I picked up and how much I'm looking to list it for. So by the power of post editing, I shall pick this up in a minute.
Right, stop that! Silly!
So it's actually the day after now. Nap time very quickly turned into beer garden time. Very quickly turned into I'm not getting any more bloody work done today. Now we've got a massive haul to go through here, but I just want to take a little bit of a cutaway here because something really impressive happened today. A subscriber to the channel got in touch, a guy called Wes, saying that he's having a bit of a clear out and would like to come along and see if there's anything he's got that I'd like. So I went along to see Wes today, and this is what we came across. So in this little batch, we've got some large Iowa speakers, there's a stereo there, a Sony monitor, old school, big box of Thomas the Tank Engine Trackmaster stuff, some Sony speakers, a Philips stereo there, an amplifier, typewriter, and a Technics deck. That's the first lot. And in addition to that, I've got some nice Lacoste shoes. There's a couple of pairs of kickers, looking absolutely minty condition. There's a bike-to-bike intercom there. The price tag on that's £100 on its own. Nice Screwball Scramble, one of the older versions, that's so higher value. Ingersoll's a brand that I remember from my youth, but this stereo in there looks brand new. A couple of Arsenal football tops. A couple of old consoles and bits and pieces, controllers for Xbox. In that box there was a PSP as well. And in the blue bag that I'm holding was a Sony camcorder and another camcorder which I believe was a Panasonic. All the leads. That Sony camcorder I've already tested and listed. Listed that Sony Handycam for £100. I'm sure he'd be very embarrassed when I say this, but this is actually a really big deal for me, so I really, really appreciate it, Wes. You're an absolute diamond. There's some really, really juicy stuff in there. So the man's an absolute legend. So if any of you guys are ever in the Northwest and you're in a pub, get talking to another reseller called Wes, buy the man a drink on my behalf. Back to it. Just by coincidence, the total spend today was £160 again, as it was on Saturday. And usual script, I'm going to strap the GoPro to my head and go through what we've got. Now, as I've mentioned in previous videos, what I do is tell you what I spent on everything I've picked up on one day, rather than individual items. Basically, the reason for that is just because I might have paid £3 for a game, for example, it doesn't necessarily mean you can pick it up for that amount, so it's really irrelevant how much I paid for individual items. So it's £160 total spend for everything. Now the first thing I'm going to grab is, because I'm absolutely buzzing about it, is this extremely heavy thing here. This is a proper old school multimedia centre. This is a JVC CX500GB. It's a tape player, radio and 5.5-inch colour TV. Real retro bit of kit. I used to have a black and white one of these when I was little. That's because I'm very old. Obviously you need to test it, but the chap I bought it off swears blind that it powers on. There is a little bit of damage to the casing, but I'm sure I can sort of like get rid of the tape and give it a good clean up and make it look really nice for the pictures. Obviously something like this, there's not a great deal in the way of comps on. There's one recent comp for one of these that's knackered basically, and that's sold for £60 plus the postage. But because this, I mean, obviously I need to test it myself yet, but assuming it's all tested and works fine, I'm going to list it for £120 and take offers on it from the get-go probably. Or maybe just be brave and stick it on at £120 and wait for a while before I start accepting offers. But it's a really impressive retro bit of kit, and like I say, a bit of nostalgia from my youth as well. Next up, we have two of the old school army issue sleeping bags. These are 58 pattern sleeping bags. They're duck feather filled. I remember having these when I first joined the army, and they did the job. Kept your arse dry and kept you warm at night, but you did get stabbed to death by the feathers. You know, me being an old delicate type and all that. So I picked up two of these from the same seller, and these are getting listed for £40 each. Another bop at extreme. After me saying in the last video that it's been a while since I came across these, actually came across two on consecutive days. The only downside with this one, it hasn't actually got the battery cover's missing. It's got lost, so do value it slightly. I paid very little for it. I know it sounds like a contradiction, but I only paid £1 for this, so I'm not really fussed. I was always going to pick it up, and rather than the £25 that I listed the other one for, I'm just going to stick £12 on this. Now, this is an item that should be on your BOLO list. The brand is Charlie Bears. Always watch out for that label. They're quite distinctive, actually. All the bears look quite similar in the makeup. They have different colours, different accessories, but you can usually tell, if you get used to this sort of like look of teddy bear, you can tell at fairly much a glance what is a Charlie Bear. The model on this, it's not labelled, but I've done my research already. This is Arthur. Arthur normally comes with a bow around his neck, and collectors like to have the original tags on. This has none of the above, apart from obviously the brand label. But still, Arthur is going to be getting listed for £30. Incidentally, guys, if there's anything you see in my videos that you fancy for yourself, whatever you do, don't get in touch with me through eBay, but send me a message through the channel or through the Facebook group, ABL Reselling Community, and obviously we can talk turkey, or teddy bears in this case. Next up, something that most of the time I'll avoid, but this is a really good condition cricket helmet. GM is the brand. Now, annoyingly, there's no size label on it, so I'm going to have to size it. These tend to sell pretty quickly, actually, particularly ones in this condition. So this is going to be £15 listing. A couple of pairs of roller skates. The first is a No Fear inline skates. Adjustable sizes 9 to 12, obviously adult. Little wear, maybe just need a wipe over, and they'll be getting listed for £30. And the second one's a little bit more wear to these. The brand's an XRT, which is more of a generic brand. I mean, obviously No Fear is a little bit more recognised. XRT, not so much. So these will be getting listed for £20 to £25. Now, this is something that'll probably end up staying with me for obvious reasons. This is a vintage Christmas decoration. Obviously, it's a Christmas decoration. Santa on a bike, light up LED. It's about as tacky as you could possibly get. But again, a point to note on vintage Christmas decorations, just check the completed listings on eBay for them, because I've had experience with this type of thing before, and they go for just ridiculous amounts of money in some cases. I've sold a really cheesy pot Santa tape player for 150 quid before now, and it's gone to America. If I do decide I'm not going to keep this, the listing value I'm going to put on it is £60, and I have every confidence that that's going to be realised. I think this was my first pickup from Bolton. It's a Nintendo DS Lite console bundle. It's in a little socket. It's absolutely pristine condition. Checked it on site. Fortunately, it was charging the battery. Comes with 5 games, nothing of any note. I mean, obviously you're looking out for the Zelda, Mario games. They're the more popular ones, but still, selling this as a bundle, these games will increase the value. Some spare stylus in there, the instruction manuals, like I say, and obviously the bag, like I say, squeaky clean condition. Listing value on this is £60. Checking recent comps, I mean, obviously stuff like this sells very quickly all the time, and checking recent comps at £60, I can't imagine this hanging around very long at all. Some more roller skates. Obviously the really loud, brightly coloured ones that were featured in my last but 1 or 2 videos sold within days at £50 plus postage. They sell really well, leather skates. The brand on these is Rookie. A bit smaller than I would have liked at a size 4. I think sort of a 4 is small even for sort of like a women's size. But because they're really, I suppose, cute, girly looking, and in really good condition, listing value I'm putting on these is £30. Haven't seen one of these in a while. A Sopranos box set. It's a complete series. If you've never seen The Sopranos, check it out, by the way. It's fantastic. Box sets can be hit and miss, but with this particular one, you're never going to fail. Listing value for The Sopranos box set, £25. In fact, checking back on recent comps on this, that seems to be the price for the last, probably getting on for a dozen that were sold. Nice, cheap and cheerful pickup. This Technica DAB radio, really good condition. A bit of, not sure if that's wear or the original cover sticker thing. Yeah, it's still actually got the original plastic cover over the screen, so it's going to be nice and minty fresh. That a little bit of wear to the case, but certainly nothing significant. Not the most high-end brand, of course, but DAB radios are always a safe bet, and this one is getting listed for £15. If you're watching my video from yesterday, a link for which I'll put at the top of the screen, you'll have heard me mention loose remote controls, particularly branded ones, in this case Panasonic and Sony. Often get sold for very cheap. In this case I paid £1 a piece actually, and these are both getting listed for £15 each. So watch out for your branded remotes, even if they don't come with the accompanying equipment. Next up, nice bread and butter kind of pickup, Blu-ray players. This is the Toshiba BDX 1250 KB with a remote, and that's a nice £35 listing. Now these 2 helmets came from the same seller at Bursco. Both helmets are in absolutely immaculate condition. They look like they've maybe been used once and stored. Now the first of which is obviously a motocross helmet. It's a beefy. I think that's how you spell it, how you pronounce it. Probably a small or a medium size, something that needs to be checked out, but because of the condition of them and the cost of them, I was always picking them up. The beefy helmet listing value I'm going to put on it is £30, and the other one is a Shoei or Shui. I've been riding motorbikes for 30 years and I have never bothered to find out how to pronounce that. Shoei or Shui, you choose. This is a stunning lid. The Shoei brand is one of the higher end for bike helmets. Nice white one with flame and lightning design on it. So very eye-catching. Again, extremely good condition in and out. Something you need to be checking for when you're looking at helmets is particularly inside, because often they'll get stored in garages and sheds and get mold and mildew inside. You can normally tell with a sniff if it's not if there's nothing visible, but in both cases these are almost as new. Very little wear at all, just a bit of grub maybe. And because of the brand and the condition, I'm going to put a listing value of £70 on this. I'll probably stick it on with offers, or as is the case with the JVC player, just get a bit brave and just leave it at 70 quid for a week or so before I start taking offers. Next up, very standard pickup for me, a pair of Vans. They do need a bit of a wipe down, but there's no damage and no scuffing or anything like that. It is just a bit of grubbiness going on. Size 11, so nice healthy adult size, and they're going to get listed for £15. Another pickup that was a really good cost to value kind of ratio is these leathers. They're more of a generic brand, Diamond Star, but I find with bike leathers, as long as you're not paying too much for them, it doesn't really matter. It's all about the style and if it's got armour and so on and so forth. This is a trousers and pants set matching, so they'll zip together. All the zips and fasteners are in good order. and overall probably doesn't even need a wipe down before listing, to be fair. Listing value I'm going to put on these is £110 and be expecting to take offers on it in the not too distant future after the listing. Sold a couple of these in the past, but I've never come across a new one before. It's a bar corkscrew. You clamp it to the bar, and it's more sort of like for a home bar or more of a professional kind of corkscrew. This one's brand new. It will look pretty cool if you've got your own setup. Listing value on this, £20. Couple of standard pickups, board games, Bugs in the Kitchen, listing value of £12. And one I haven't come across before actually, or if I have, it's been a very long time. The Scrabble limited edition 50th anniversary. One to watch out for actually as far as Scrabble's concerned, because that one will be getting listed for £30. Something else to watch out for, even though it's very old tech now, blank VHS tapes. And not so much if they're used, but if they're new and sealed, often sold very, very cheaply. And this is a £12 listing. Couple of mini hi-fis to finish off with. The first one is Panasonic SA PM03, that's a model. Listing value on that is £40. Obviously, there's no physical damage, but there's a bit of cosmetic nastiness going on the grills that'll need cleaning. Listing value on the Panasonic £40, and the other one is a JVC FSSD 770R, long-winded bloody model name. Again, CD radio, and again listing value on this £40, maybe 45 as it's got the remote. As I mentioned before, where I've used a price range for the listing, for the grand totals I'm going to be using the lower end of that estimation, and also all these listings are going to be plus postage. So as I mentioned, and coincidentally, I spent £160. That's the total for both the Bursco and Bolton car boots, and the total listing value is £943. Now obviously, as I mentioned, there's 2 or 3 of those items that I'll probably be taking offers on not long after listing, because it was a high estimation, a fair but a high estimation, and also out of that estimation has got to come fees as well, so that's a total gross figure. Now I did say this was a bloody epic weekend. The total from just the 2 days, that's Saturday at Norcross and the M55 car boot, and yesterday at Bursco and Bolton. Total spend, you don't have to be a genius to work out that it's £320 total spend. And quite incredibly for me, the total listing value is £1,854. Now at this point, I don't care if it becomes a catchphrase. That is definitely a good couple of days in the office. Now, because of this weekend, and obviously because I'm meeting Wes earlier today, I'm probably going to be in the trenches listing for, well, at least the rest of the week. Listing and testing. Spice of life, kid. I will be very interested to hear about how you guys are getting on, obviously post-lockdown, how your boot sales have been getting on, if it's the first time you've been out this weekend, where you've been to, and what kind of success you've been having. If you want to get in touch, obviously you can do by leaving a comment below this video. If you don't already know, there's a Facebook group for this YouTube channel as well. If you're on Facebook, if you head over and type in the search bar ABL Reselling Community, you join that group. There's no sort of like questions, what's your inside leg measurement and all that nonsense that you do get with some groups. Anybody can join, and there you'll find a great amount of resources for help from other resellers, and obviously be able to get directly in contact with me as well. So it'd be good to see you on there. And again, if there's anything in these videos that you've seen that you might like for yourself, I'm more than happy to talk turkey with you. But obviously, please don't get in contact with me through eBay, just through either the Facebook group or this YouTube channel. Standard wind up to the video, folks. If you have found any value in it, or reselling is your thing, please give it a thumbs up to help the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe and click the bell. Thanks very much indeed for watching, guys, and your continued support. I've been Dave Keefe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.